3 Little Pigs and the Sneezing Wolf. Once upon a time, in a cheerful little pig village, lived Mamma Pig and her 3 little piglets. There was Preston, the first little pig, who was very lazy indeed. Then there was Pippa, a little less lazy than Preston, but always eager to finish things quickly so she could get back to playing with her toy trains. And finally, there was Prudence, the piglet who worked harder than all the rest and believed that if something was worth doing, it was worth doing properly, even if it took a very long time. One bright morning, Mamma Pig packed them each a small backpack with apples and biscuits. "Now, my little oinkers," Mamma Pig said, her voice gentle but sure, "today you leave this house and begin building homes of your own." With a hug from Mamma Pig and some squeaky snorts, the pigs waved goodbye and trotted off down the road. Preston didn't trot very far. He stopped as soon as his legs decided they'd had enough. Just beyond the meadow, he spotted a wide field of golden straw, piled high and glowing in the sun. "Well," Preston said with a yawn, "that looks easy enough." In no time at all, Preston stacked the straw into a tall, wobbly house. It leaned a little to the left, then a little more. Preston stepped back, nodded proudly, and crawled inside. "Perfect," he said, stretching out on the floor. "Plenty of time for a nap." Not far away, Pippa had already chosen her spot, a clear patch of ground where she could get to work quickly and be done just as fast. She found a tidy pile of wooden planks left behind by some busy squirrels. "These will do nicely," Pippa said. She stacked the wood quickly, tapping each plank into place. Her house stood straight, though a few boards creaked when she gave them a push. Pippa dusted off her dress, set out her little toy train, and sat down ready to play, letting out a happy sigh. Further along the road, Prudence kept walking. She crossed a stream. She climbed a small hill. She stopped to test the ground with her hoof. When she found the right spot, she began to work, gathering strong bricks and mixing thick mortar. She stacked each brick carefully, checking the corners and smoothing the walls. While Preston napped and Pippa played, Prudence kept building. By the time she finished, her brick house stood firm and proud, with straight walls and a sturdy roof. Prudence stepped back, tired but pleased. "That should do," she said. Not far from the pigs, in the next town over, lived a wolf. He was not a hungry wolf, and he was not a sneaky one either. But he did have a problem. His nose tickled. Some days it behaved. Today it did not. The wolf walked down the road sniffing. His nose twitched. His whiskers quivered. He stopped. "Ah, ah," he said, as he tried very hard not to sneeze. The tickle only grew stronger. Meanwhile, Preston was fast asleep inside his straw house. Very fast asleep. Then he heard a sound. It wasn't a knock, but a sharp little sniff instead. Preston rolled over and pulled the straw closer around him. Outside, the wolf stopped right beside the house. His nose wriggled again. "Oh no," he whispered, "not now." "Ah!" The straw walls rustled. "Ah! Ah!" The house shivered. Preston's eyes flew open. "What was that?" he squeaked. Outside, the wolf squeezed his eyes shut. "Ah! Shoo!" The sneeze burst out of him like a gust of wind. The straw lifted. The walls flew apart. And Preston shot out of his house like a cork from a bottle. "He blew my house down!" Preston squealed, running as fast as his little trotters could carry him. Behind him, the wolf stood frozen in the middle of the scattered straw. "Oh my," he said softly, rubbing his nose. "I didn't mean for that to happen." But it was too late. Preston was already gone. Preston did not stop running until he reached Pippa's wooden house. He banged on the door with both hooves. "Pippa! Pippa! Let me in!" Inside, Pippa looked up from her toy train, which was just about to pull into the station. The door flew open and Preston tumbled inside, straw still clinging to his ears. "He blew my house down!" Preston cried. Before Pippa could ask anything else, a sound drifted through the air. Pippa froze. Outside, the wolf stood beside the wooden house, holding his nose. "Oh no," he muttered. "Not again." Inside, Preston dove for cover and hid behind the closest chair. The wolf's nose twitched. He began to sneeze. The wooden walls creaked. Pippa squealed, spun in a circle, and nearly ran the wrong way. "Run!" she squeaked. Outside, the wolf tried to turn his head away, but it was too late. "Ah, choo!" The sneeze blasted out of him. The wooden planks rattled, then cracked. With a loud crash, the house tipped and fell apart in a heap of boards. Preston and Pippa raced down the road as fast as they could go. Behind them, the wolf stood among the broken planks, blinking. "Oh dear," he said, sniffling. "I need to stop doing that." And with another sneeze threatening to escape, he hurried after the pigs. Preston and Pippa did not stop running until they reached Prudence's brick house. They burst inside, hearts racing. Prudence jumped when the door flew open. "What's going on?" she asked. "The wolf! The wolf! He knocked our houses down!" Preston cried. "He wants to eat us," Pippa added. Prudence swallowed, then pulled the door shut and slid the heavy bar into place. Outside, the wolf stopped in front of the brick house. He sniffed. His nose twitched harder than ever. "Oh no, not again," he murmured. Inside, Preston disappeared under the rug. Pippa ran and hid behind the curtains. Prudence clutched her teddy and didn't move. The wolf's nose twitched. The urge to sneeze grew stronger and stronger. He couldn't fight it any longer. "Ah! Shoo!" The sneeze exploded out of him. And then nothing happened. No crash, no creak, no flying straw or splintered wood. The brick house did not move at all. Inside the house, nothing moved. The chair stayed exactly where it was. The lamp didn't wobble. Even a cup of tea on the table didn't spill a single drop. Outside, the wolf let out a sigh of relief. "Oh, thank goodness," he said. When the door opened, he rubbed his nose. "I'm really sorry," he said. "I didn't mean to scare anyone. My nose has been tickling all day. I try to stop it, but when I sneeze, it comes out very big." Inside, the three little pigs were relieved. "So that's what happened," said Prudence. The wolf nodded quickly. "I never meant to knock your houses down." Down the road, broken straw and scattered wood lay in messy piles. Preston glanced that way. "We can fix them," he said. "And make them stronger," Pippa added. The wolf smiled, relieved. "Thank you for understanding." And so the pigs learned something important. Rushing a job can make things fall apart, but taking your time makes things stronger. They also learn not to judge too quickly, because sometimes accidents aren't done on purpose. And when you stop, listen, and understand each other, there's no need to run at all. The end.